Yes, I did start speaking when I was 16 years old. The thing about it is I was an average teenager dealing with peer pressure and boyfriends and school and all of these things. And yes, I did get caught up. I got pregnant at 15 years old. I became a parent at 16 years old. But the thing about it is I recognized my potential at an early age, and that's what I encourage all of the young people to do. The ones that I speak to, I always encourage them to look at the potential inside of yourself. The thing was, at 16 years old, I had begun to see a potential and a gifting in my life, and I knew that life could be better if I just tried. So by the time I was 17 years old, I had enrolled in college, and 2 weeks after my 18th birthday, I moved out of town to college and was in a dorm. So for me at that time, that was a very, very big thing. For the other teenagers, they weren't going to school, they were going on to the welfare rolls. So that's one reason I know that I can inspire young people, because sometimes life happens. We get caught up, we get pregnant, we crash the car, we do all kinds of things that are just normal for teenagers, but the key thing is just keep going. Recognize the potential inside of yourself and just keep going. I've been told after many speeches that yes, I am relatable. People come to me and they say, you know, Sharon, I've been through that, and I understand, and wow, you actually got through it. I can speak to people about a myriad of things, because my life has not been this magical, fantastic life. I've actually had to walk through some things. I've had devastating injuries and incidences and situations that, you know, just threatened to just kill me, you know. And so I'm able to relate with a lot of audience members because of, one, statistics. Statistics say that 1 in 4 women are the survivors of sexual abuse or rape and things like that. And guess what? I'm a part of that statistic. That happened to me. I'm a survivor of childhood sexual abuse. However, I've been able to beat the odds, do some self-work on me, and still be able to rise above that, get power from speaking about it. Because you know what I do? Every time I speak about that, I depower my victimizers and I empower myself. I'm not ashamed of the story. No, not at all. But it gives me strength to go and inspire others to say, listen, that may have happened to you. You may experience that. You may still be experiencing it. But guess what? You can overcome. You can be a survivor. Not only a survivor, but you can be a thriver. That's the message I always try to drive home in all of my speeches. You can thrive, and you can win. Oh, absolutely. I always encourage people to grab themselves up by the bootstraps and step a little higher, step a little further. I'm all for comebacks. You know, there have been times, I mean, after a 21-year motivational speaking career, at the time, back in the 90s, I was making good money as a speaker, and I was hosting a radio show, I was hosting a television show, I was doing groups for women and working at the child support agency and helping so many people, and then life hit me. I mean, with a sucker punch that you wouldn't believe. I lost my voice. I literally lost my ability to talk and communicate. I was forced to use sign language to communicate and write notes and type on the computer because I had lost my ability to speak through an accident from a doctor. And that was devastating. There have been times, many times I wasn't able to walk. I was nearly paralyzed. I've suffered a lot of things the average person has suffered. Foreclosure and job loss and repossessions and broken relationships and suffering father wounds and self-esteem issues and clinical depression because the stress of life is just so gripping, you know. But the thing is, I've been able to overcome each one of those obstacles. And that's what I tell everyone I speak to, whether I'm on a stage, whether I'm on the phone doing a one-on-one coaching, or whether I'm just walking in the grocery store and I see someone going through something. I said, you know what, you can overcome this. And my life is a life of resilience and ambition, and come on, let's get up and do it again. And although those things have hit my life, broken my life, threatened to shatter my life, they didn't destroy me. And that's why I know I have a message that can inspire a lot of people, because they walk through those things. And I want them all to know that they have the power of choice to overcome. Willie Jolly is a great speaker that I know. He says a setback is a setup for a comeback. And I'm ready to come back to the stage after all of these things that have hit my life. Oh yes, I'm available to be booked. I love speaking at churches and women's organizations, youth centers, conferences, and prisons. I would say to any leader, if you're ready to empower your group, motivate them, and push your goals of your organization forward, visit my website, becominginc.com, because I will bring the